Welcome student. So today we are going to have another poetry from our main course book, His First Life. And the title of this poetry is Amanda. Actually, Amanda is the name of a girl. She is living in her house along with the family members. And in this poetry, the poet Robin generally he wants to show us that how a girl is bounded, how she is feeling, and what are the restrictions from the family members are put on her, and how society is trying to teach her the code of society. In what way society or the member or the people or the neighbors are treating with the girl. In what way they are interrupting to live the life according to them, especially for the girls. So whatever we just see in this world, some of the things you are going to see in this poetry. Another special thing about this poetry is what? That in this poetry, in one hand, Amanda's mother is talking about the etiquette, the way, the behavior the girl should do in a house or in front of others. In second hand, what the girl thinks. So actually when you go through the poetry in the book, you will find that there are two types of stanzas. One stanza is written without bracket and another one is with bracket. So without bracket, mother is talking to Amanda and she is willing that she should live life according to mother. In another, where the stanzas are given in bracket, that the girl, Amanda, she is thinking of herself. She is thinking for herself that in what she should live. So here we are going to see the contrast between the thinking of mother and daughter. In what way a girl thinks, in what way a mother or society. Actually, mother is not blamed here by the poet, but the actual thing is poet is taking the name of mother, but he is simply talking about the society, the people, the neighbors. So how they are treating, how they are behaving. So let us go through stanza by stanza. So all together there are four stanzas. Let us see what are the things given here. So in the first stanza, before first stanza, as I said, the code of conduct is said here, or code of conduct. In what way behavior should be there, in what way it should be conducted. Second thing, mother is trying to remind the girl in what should she do. Means how she should behave. Actually, mother is not only mother here, but it is said for the society. But the girl wants to portray herself according to her own wish. So let us go ahead and see stanza by stanza. So number one scene. So mother is coming and scolding Amanda that do not hunch your shoulder and do not bite your nail. And in this way mother is just scolding her and saying do not sit with the lazy gesture. So in one hand mother is scolding the girl and telling her to be proper according to the society, that you are a girl, you should not bite your nail, you should sit properly, you should behave like a girl, you should be always energetic. In this way the mother is telling. When mother is scolding her, the girl does not want to listen. Girl doesn't want to put herself there. She is going in another world. She has made her world by her own. And when mother is scolding her, that time the girl is thinking. What she is thinking is that I am a person who is living at a beach as like a mermaid, totally free, blissfully. Blissfully means I am very, very happy. Next, she wants to be languid. Languid means relaxed. She never wants that she is interrupted by anyone. So she wants to live her life blissfully, means happily, and tranquil means she wants to be relaxed at a beach. In this way the girl is having ways to live her life. In the second stanza, the mother is telling Amanda that Amanda, polish your shoes, complete your homework and make your room tidy. In this way the mother is trying to teach her something in what way she should live her life. But Amanda's attention was not towards her mother. But at the time when her mother is telling her that polish your shoes, tidy your room, complete your homework, that time what Amanda is thinking? Amanda is thinking that I should live my life as like an orphan. Orphan means a person, a child who does not have parents. So at that time when the mother is telling her complete your homework, polish your shoes, tidy your room. So that time Amanda is thinking that I should be orphan. Orphan means totally free, full of freedom. That no parent, no one should tell me anything. Or I should walk on the soft mud at the beach. Generally when we go to the beach, there we see some sand, and sand is very soft. So without slipper, when we walk on that sand, we feel cool and calm. So when mother is telling her polish your shoes, that time she is thinking, if I am an orphan generally we have seen the people for the children, they are not bothered about shoes and slippers. So in the same way, Amanda is thinking that if I am an orphan, I am totally freely walking on the sand without feet, without shoes, means bare feet, naked feet. I am just totally free. I don't have to polish my shoes. Means she want to make herself free, and she want to live in the freedom life, calm life, silence. She is saying that the beach where only silence can be felt, or so she is calling the silence as like golden, the golden silence of a beach. I should walk on the golden silence of the beach where no sound is coming. Another thing, I should be free. Means at a beach when we are moving, nobody tell us anything. We are totally free. There is no restriction for anything. Nobody is making power on us. So no one will be shouting or scolding to me. So this kind of thinking, it shows that Amanda wants to live her life with freedom. She wants to keep herself free. In the third stanza, again mother is scolding Amanda, do not eat chocolate, it may create acnes, and when I am talking to you, that time look at me, do not just look here and there, rather look at me. So generally you have seen in the society when a person is growing up, when he is becoming young, whether he is boy or she is a girl, what happens? We are all aware about our looks. We just want to we want to look smart. We just think that we should look very smart, we should look fair, we should look neat and clean. We should not have any acne or pimple on the face. So, and the mirror is the best friend of a young person. So generally, when a person becoming young, whether girl or boy, especially society is thinking for girl, but nowadays boys are also same. So we can say that when we are turning young, that time we are worried about our look. So mother is scolding at girl and saying that you should not eat chocolates. Why to not eat chocolates? Because chocolate is hot, and when we eat chocolate, that time what happens? Pimple comes. Acne means pimple. So mother is saying do not eat chocolate, otherwise you will have pimple on your face. And when Amanda is not paying attention, that time mother is getting angry and saying, when I am talking to you, look at me. But Amanda is not at all worried, because she has created her own world. And in her own world, she is saying that Rapunzel. She is thinking about herself that I am Rapunzel. Rapunzel, you must have, it is a character in a story, you must have seen a movie also made on this. Rapunzel is a girl who has very long hair, and she used to live on a tower, very high tower, and she has made a rope with her hair. She has very long hair. So people are climbing up with the help of her hair. That much long hair Rapunzel has. So she is imagining herself as like a Rapunzel on a tower. Why she is imagining herself as like Rapunzel? Because she wants to be free. She never wanted that she should have that much long hair, but she wanted to be at a calm place. And she is saying that I should be tranquil. Tranquil means calm. Means she wants to live at a tower. Tower means she doesn't want to live in a house where mother, father, society, everybody is coming and disturbing. Rather, she wants to tranquil, means she wants to be at a calm place, silent place where nobody comes and goes. So that tower when Rapunzel used to live, a movie is also made on it, a novel is also written on it. So Rapunzel used to live in a on a tower, and she has very long hair. She helped the people to come up with the help of hair, because there was no steps to come up the tower. So she is imagining that I should be on the tower, even I am not having that much long hair, so nobody will be coming to me. I will be living very alone, because she wants to live in a calm and silent place. So in this way. Now in the end, the last stage, the mother is telling her something, and what she is saying that stop sulking and stop nagging. Means in one hand, here we can see the irony, and what irony is shown here. In one hand, mother is just scolding. Society is telling so many things to the girl. Mother is saying so many things to Amanda, but in other hand, she is not even allowed to cry. Means she is sulking when my mother is again and again telling her, so she started sulking. Sulking means crying. So she is sulking. So mother is saying that do not cry, do not show that you are crying, and do not nag, means do not bother me by showing your tears. So in one hand you are just scolding her, in second hand you are not even allowing her to show her emotion. So that is the irony shown in the poetry. So here directly the poet, as I said earlier, he is not blaming directly to the mother, rather to the society. He is blaming that these types of restrictions are forced towards the girl of the society. That should not be there. Everyone has his or her choice to live their life. Some of the things can be interrupted. That's there is no need to argue. But everywhere, if we just try to put some kind of force towards, especially girls in the society, that's not valid. The thing only the poet wants to tell us through the poetry. So I hope you are very clear with the stanzas, and you will be able to write the answer if any extract is coming from the poetry, or if what question answer comes, then also you will be finding yourself comfortable to write the answers of the question. With this hope, all the best. Have a good day.